Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Wesley Ross. I am new to here on YouTube. I started a few days ago. Many reasons I'm on YouTube is to get my story out regarding my daughter. I am here in Oklahoma, outside Tulsa, Oklahoma. I was born and raised here in Oklahoma. Just recently moved back. As I'm on here off and on, I'll explain the reason why I moved back. For family, be closer to family. I lived out in Montana for about 15 years, off and on. Anyway, the purpose of this video is to get my story out there. You can judge me or whatever you want to do. I'm sure I'll get some negative feedback on this, but that's okay. That's the great thing about living in America. We're allowed to voice our opinions on one another. Sometimes they're rude, but that's okay. I'm a big boy. I can take it. Tomorrow's a new day and I'll start over, no matter what you say about me. Anyway, I was released from prison in September of this year, about the 6th day of September. I was incarcerated for 2.5 years. For writing bad checks out in Montana. I made parole in September and transferred back out here to be with family. I was reunited with two of my sisters I hadn't seen in 15 years physically. It's been a blessing to be reunited with them. Got to meet my nephew of my youngest sister for the first time in 7 years. He's 7 years old. He's my little buddy. We have made quite a bond since we have got to meet for the first time. Anyway, and then I got reunited with my other niece and nephew I hadn't seen for about 15 years also. They grew up quick. Right to the point, like I said, I was incarcerated for writing bad checks. Did 2.5 years. April this year, I believe it was, I was called down to the chaplain's office and I was informed that my 14-year-old daughter was on life support because they found her hanging in a garage on my mother's property. They life-flighted her to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and during the life flight, they had to resuscitate her. They lost her. She was on life support for 3 days. I got the worst news any parent could ever receive regarding their child. Even more difficult for me to handle while me being incarcerated, because I'm just waiting, praying. Fortunately, by the grace of God, she did survive. She suffered some a little bit of brain damage, but we're working through that due to the lack of oxygen and so forth, which happens during these type of incidents. At first, everyone was believed to believe that she hung herself. It was attempted suicide, but it wasn't. After she came off life support, she began to tell the authorities what actually had happened to her. And this is the disgusting part. This is why I'm posting this. Parents, don't always trust everybody around your children, and you'll find out why. And I know every individual out there that watches kids isn't some sick freak or anything like that, but be very careful of who you think you can trust. The reason why I say that was my daughter was residing with my mother and brother. Apparently, what led to this incident of her being found hung, according to my daughter, this individual family member had been sexually assaulting her, and he hung her trying to prevent her from telling what he had been doing to her, try to make it look like a suicide. Both these individuals hung her. day by day, it's a new challenge for us trying to get past, her mental issues, what she's having. So just keep her in your prayers if you don't mind. Um, anyway, you know, I, like I said, I just got out of prison, so it's hard for me to start over, but I keep pushing forward every day, not just for myself, but for my daughter. To make matters worse of the story, the reason why my daughter cannot live with my ex-wife, which is her birth mother, is because Lauren Mioza married a registered sex offender, and she was aware of it. So even if the authorities would allow it, I wouldn't allow my daughter around that type of person anyway. Um, so she can't go live with her mother, which I believe all daughters should be in their mother's lives. And she didn't want to live with her due to this individual. So my daughter has had a really, really, really hard life this past year. So keep her in your prayers. Like I said, I just got out of prison, so first day out of prison, I hit the streets every day looking for a job. Sometimes I would walk 10 miles a day, non-exaggeration, looking for a job, applying at jobs. Only reason why I know that is because I have a tracker on my phone. And it calculated that I walked to average about 10 miles a day. Not trying to impress anybody, just let you know that I am putting forth the effort to find a job. This is last week. I finally, after all the applications I put in, I think I gotten hired on as assistant at the plasma center, assisting people that donate and stuff like that. It's not a glamorous job, but it'll pay the bills. My line of work is medical work. I have been a CNA and a med tech for many years. Anyway, there'll be more videos like this explaining my whole life history, what led me to writing checks. Don't want to bore you with a long one all at once. Thank you, and y'all have a good day. God bless you, and thank you for watching.